you know, like blow a gasket or something. But it appears though that's what you're trying to do anyway. So that's cool.
Man.
We're in though.
Oh yes, we have made it. We have arrived finally at a pistol round between Navi and forZe. We're ready to go toe to toe. Now this one might seem clear cut, but it's really not.
Flamey with Julies and armor.
Respect.
Team players Boomich and Perfecto dropping pistols here. Flamey, he's got him at the top of B. Simple's running right down mid on a flank. Flamey's dead. Double entry for face crack off the leash indeed. And Simple with missed shots on the behind. Oh, dearie me. It's been smoked off. This round's done. There's not much Navi can do.
Yep, forZe 2-0. That's it. We all predict
Back it up. It's done.
No, anyone who's ever watched me cast CIS games before knows that I absolutely love this forZe squad. It's headed up by Jerry, who I think is probably one of my favorite people in the world. And if he ever wants to move away from playing and start a career in casting, I know me and Hugo have been together a long while, and it would be a shame to see that come to an end. But right, like, there aren't many Jerrys out there, and you can't pass up on one that comes swimming by, you know?
Wow.
No, man, Jerry's like a tactical genius. Oh, look, we got the Winstrike Namiga game going on as well. Oh, this is going to be a nice one over here, right? Guys like Nickelback, guys like Bondic, right? Going head-to-head versus the Lollipop 21K gang.
Yeah, and Namiga have had great results here as
really
well.
have.
So definitely a team to keep an eye on. That's over on the B stream. You can check that out. But right now, the real meat and potatoes of the afternoon. A dish best served warm, I'd imagine. But this one's hot to try. It's forZe Navi. It's a scout down mid for Simple. Jerry's been tagged. He's been pushed from ult, though. Got to watch out. Oh, good timing. Flick just made it round as Simple doubles back, but forZe are up in the apartment. Navi hear nothing at B, so they should be ready for this. And yeah, Simple's already scoped up. Oh, there's a good flash, though. His teammate's blinded, and Simple trying to find anything with this scout. No scopes in. Player picked off the bout by Electronic. He doubles down in the pit, and time for a reload as things get uncomfortable for forZe. No. 3 bullets.
Oh, he's done it. Out of ammo, though. Push through the smoke is Flamey, and Flit with the USP there. Closes it out. 3 in the round.
Terrifying.
And Hugo, man, maybe in a minute you can tell us a bit about Navi, but I just love deep dive in this forZe roster. Now, you've also got a guy like Z-Power, who for a lot of people is definitely someone to be keeping an eye on as like a very, very strong AWPing presence in the CIS region. His AWP is incredible. And one of the things that was most striking when we were taking a look at forZe, like, you know, coming into 2020, kind of throughout the tail end of 2019, was the disparity between this guy's CT AWPing stats and T AWPing stats. And he's just an incredible CT AWPer. And, like, he is good on the T side, but I just don't think you're as reliant on him when you've got guys like Face Crack, right, like Flit, who can just run into a site and command control, as it were. This round, right, we got a pretty heavy B stack for Navi. They've got 4 here. Now, they are mostly only on pistols, with the exception of Simple, and he's, funnily enough, the one man not here. So this should be a pretty clean round for forZe, even though they are leaning into this stack over at the B site. They're taking it nice and slow. Oh, we did that thing where there's been a silence for a little bit, and everyone's thinking, you know, I'll just give it another moment till I talk. And oh, Simple gives it a moment from CT, but only a moment as Flit snatches that round back.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, like, TCT disparity for Z-Power. Well, like, this is a go-to forZe map. This is one that they look just excellent on. It's one they've beat Navi on before, back 2 seasons ago. Well, we saw them in EU, but yeah, it's not like you need a potent T-AWP on this map. Obviously, it's nice. And you can certainly make use of it when Simple's on the other side, but forZe can fall back into those flat rifles if needed. That being said, AWP's right out into the first full by Navi, meeting them in the middle with rifles. What are you till down B, just the bottom smoke? Will they flash through or just give it up? Molly bounces, but it's not a worry. forZe aren't here anyway. Double nade at the logs, and forZe will respond. They want this B site, and they're going to wait for it as Flit lurks in the apartments. Here's the flash for Face Crack. Flamey and Boomish have gone back towards the B bomb site, though, giving forZe the room to move. So they would just want a straight up exec here. Flamey has 1 smoke left up to stop this. Simple is on Arch side, but he's not rotating. He's looking at the apartments. Flit's been pretty silent on this lurk so far, and he's even coming out to hold alt mid for the flank as forZe commit into the B bomb site.
Oh, Mitch with the opener. They are trying to get to him. Jerry going to be the man to move in. And good for one. Flamey still alive. And they'll give him that respect for now. That leaves the 4-on-4 retake open to Navi.
No kit.
Oh, no kit, Hugo.
There's one drop
there
to the
is.
coffins.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that little blue outline. We see you, Kit. We see you. Do Navi see it? They try and boost Simple up and over, and that just leads to this problem getting a little bit worse. And so on the back of that kill not going their way, Navi are out of there. They're saving here. They're moving away. They're giving over this fourth round, and they will get out of there with everyone intact. Now, this has been a very, very good map for forZe as of late. They have played it a hell of a lot. And like when I say a hell of a lot, I really mean, right, in the last 3 months, Hugo, let me give you an idea of how dedicated Jerry and the boys are. Last 3 months, guess how many games they have on All Mate Inferno?
32.
Well, you've clearly checked this one then.
No, that's just a random guess.
Yeah, that's just random. Well, it is 32, and they've got an 81% win rate there, man. Like, that's kind of wild. And, you know, a lot of these coming on the back of, like, these kind of, like, smaller events, right? Like, these 9-to-5 cups and things like that, you know, like qualifiers as well. But still versus, like, decent teams, right?
Yeah, I mean, LMBT was saying in that interview, like, sometimes they're preparing for, like, 3 BO3s a day. And, like, if you've not played CS, that's a lot of Counter-Strike, even like, pugging. But at this level, it's stressful. It is. It's hard.
Yeah.
And, you know,
one thing you always get like a very strong sense of, especially when you speak to guys like Jerry, is how much they do just really love this game.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell whenever you speak to Jerry, like, all the things he's saying and how intricately he's explaining and stuff.
Almost.
Yeah, it's like, he's really not afraid to just sit there and, like, nerd out on you for 5 minutes and tell you why they made this one decision. Oh, well, this is why we bought, you know, a full stack of nades in the 3rd round. And here's my 5-minute explanation as to how we came to the conclusion that this was the right decision to make versus Navi. Like, all this stuff is really, really great, man. I know, I'm just fanboying over Jerry now.
Calm down, man.
Let's focus, right? Because Navi are trying to build back into this game.
Being denied a lot of control early, but forZe are actually just respecting the utility for Navi, and that's fine. With Flip playing passive in alt mid, not rushing the apartments, and forZe going back to banana control when they can. Boom just here, trying to fight for it. He gets tagged through the smoke. Oh boy. Clipped on the wall, gonna have to back up there, give B away. And that's like, yeah, Navi, now it's the game of, do you want Simple to rotate? Do you want to gamble? Because last time they did it, and look where that left them with an entry to forZe and the B site locked in. Navi had to save. Simple is going for that rotate, and what do you know? forZe in alt mid, not interested in B despite that early tag. Obviously, they don't know about it. Setting up util towards the A site. Perfecto and Electronic here to hold the fort. Long smoke, Porch Molly getting lined up. They're just going to commit out mid. They're just going to go fast with the flash. It does actually blind down Mazer. Simple's running back to deal with this. Luckily, no one's out long, and they're doubling back. Will this be the B hit after all? They've baited Simple over at least. Is he convinced? With Simple on long, that's what this entire T-side's going to be. It's like messing with the mind of Simple. Can we misinform him? Can we feed him the information that he is going to read into wrong? Back to a B play. 20 seconds. They're popping through the smoke. Boom is just on the boost. And Simple, yeah, it's been too quiet. He's checked mid. The smoke faded. The flash comes through. It's not going to do a thing. Here come forZe.
Ooh, pushing through. Flamey has dealt with Jerry, and Simple tries to go through CT. There's very little time, though. This bomb has got to go down now. And they just deal with Flamey with a second to spare. Bomb now planted, leaving Perfecto and Electronic in this 2v3 retake. Looking for a way to try and get back in. Oh, collateral for Z Power in the post plant. 3 in the round, 5 on the board for forZe, and dominantly as well. And man, I've got to say, right, for Perfecto, what a sound guy. Like, not only has he been looking better and better every tournament for Navi, but the fact that, you know, literally tested positive for COVID, did get the game delayed like as much as they could, but still, right, like, you know, you're still here playing, and you know, if it's anything to go by, at least how it normally works with this, I can't imagine he's 100% better yet. Now, I'm not fully informed there, right? But the fact that he's still in the server, still playing, right? Still trying to give this his all is like a really nice thing on his part, as long as he feels up to doing that. And clearly he does.
forZe naded Boomich off of the boost in CT that round. Obviously, he was tagged earlier, but that HE finished the job. That's kind of crazy. Nice little execute with just seconds remaining into that B bomb site for forZe. One on the plant, even with Simple going through the smoke. Navi back to a triple B. Very slow default. I'm liking this T side for forZe, right? Obviously, we haven't seen Navi like get mad yet and start to peek, start to take liberties. Simple's not had the AWP.
I mean, you can't exactly take liberties if you're 0-5 down just yet, right? Like, you gotta just first focus on taking rounds at all, and then you can work on getting cheeky with it.
B play into the stack, though. Re-smoke down for Navi. forZe want to commit. They've thrown a lot of util into this B bomb site. Flit's still lurking. If he gets a kill, maybe they back up. And he might just have that at his feet. Perfecto doubling back between the apartments. Are going to run towards mid. Oh, Perfecto. Everything on him. They could bypass him here up the short side. If he can get a gun, he can line Navi up for a retake. And he's already hearing this. But this backstab is so well timed for Flit. Perfecto is scared of it. And Flit might just be a little bit late. It's so close. Is E-Power going to do it instead? Now, he should be found on the back line. That's a nice setup for forZe as they take the A site. And they're going to force a save for Navi. Simple bought an M4, and he couldn't do anything with it. Stuck at the back of B. Dear, oh dear.
Hasn't moved the whole round, actually.
No, and I don't blame him, right, with some of these B plays, with him being pulled over towards long. And then even in the last B execute, he realized he spotted mid after the smoke faded and ran back to B, and he came through the CT smoke and died. So it's not like he's really been in that right place. And that's due to forZe manipulating him on this T side right now. 6-0. Great game beginning for forZe. And that's that wealth of experience on Inferno shining through. 5 alive at the end of things, building this T-side money, and Navi buying back in.
6-0, Flit yet to fall. And if you're picking forZe, you're feeling pretty good about this. If you're picking Navi, you haven't given up. Simply don't stop believing.
Oh, it is Simple. Perfecto dropped in the AWP. Now, this T-side AWP has already scared Navi off of actually peeking this banana without the AWP of their own. That molly fades in the smoke. But yeah, Boomich doesn't want to take the half-full fight. Oh, flash out mid. Perfecto's ready for it, though. 4
nice peek, though. Good idea there from Flit. So unfortunately, it does not go his way. Electronic just playing out underneath the smoke here on the balk. Now, Face Crack has found a pretty sweet location to hang out. That is until Simple's on the case. And he rings out with an AWP. 2-2 in terms of defense here. Boomich and Flamey left to defend this B bomb site, and that's where the rest of forZe are headed.
Ooh. I mean, this is no guessing game for Navi, right? They've got all the information. They re-cleared top mid. Simple's on the flank. Flamey overwhelmed inside of B. That's an entry for Jerry, but Boomich is still here, standing very low, in deep with the bomb drop, and the AWP gone as well. Boomich shutting it down on the B bomb site, and now Navi start to approach, start to wrap Jerry from all positions. He's been spotted going coffin. Perfecto comes back for him, and Jerry doesn't know he's in this deep. Here's the footsteps, but can't do much about it. Nice round for Navi. Nice re-aggression there in middle, even after Face Crack gets out the apartment. forZe are a man down. They desperately drop back to B, and they never check for Boomich.
Yeah, Face Crack hangs out for so long up there. And they're aware of it, too. But it's not enough. Navi with their first round of the game. Perhaps it's the start of a trend. Fog flash down middle.
Bit of a grisly Molotov that missed a moment ago, but not the end of the world. forZe competing for this banana control. Our Flit is once again going on one of his famed apps lurks here. Now this leaves options open to forZe. If they get towards the top of B, if they get this control that they're looking for, and then they decide, yeah, we don't really like the way this feels, we don't really like the way it looks, the results haven't really gone our way on this B plate, they can double back, and that's thanks to Flit over here in the apartments. And they do for a second, they look to consider it, but now it's actually Flit falling back to rejoin them. And little do they know, they've baited the rotate out of Simple. If they did go back, that would have been the perfect play almost. And now they're committing into this site with 3, Simple being one of them, and that was so nearly the collateral, but there's no points for nearly the collateral. This is kept in a 4-on-4. They know Simple's here with that AWP. Boomich is discounted for, though, as a result, and this AWP rotates in, but another missed shot from Simple. Peeking back in a 3rd missed shot. This is probably the most you've seen Simple not land these AWP shots in on the retake now. Navi, a 3-on-3, and Z Power at the back of the site has got his AWP out and ready to part through the smoke. Electronic gets bested. And Navi are now left a man down. They're trying to push through this CT smoke that's gone a little bit shallow. They boost Simple up over the top. It's actually Perfecto boosted by Simple. Z Power bought out of the round as well, and it's all onto Flit. But there's surely not enough time here. Even with the kits, they would have to be on the bomb right now, and they're not. They might end up going down after time here. Not that it matters, right? CT side, but everyone falling means now the money's in a really rough spot for Navi.
Yeah, man, Simple tries to be the hero there. He tries to go through the smoke, but with no picks offered up, with forZe finding a 3-on-2 with that shot there, it falls apart. Perfecto has the info right off of that boost, but there's not much he can do about it. Flit just holds on for long enough, plays that bomb. I've even had 3 at the B bomb site there, so that's even more credit to forZe on some of these executes. Boomich has been pretty good at anchoring B and often taking at least one down with him, but right there, it was not enough. 7-1, this is a dominant lead. Navi found 1 round, it's immediately reset by forZe.
Heartbreak City. I'm looking at Perfecto, too. It's the only reason that you might consider that round being close, because without him tapping down at the very end of his magazine, they don't really have a whole lot to show for it. So a 4-on-2 turned on into a 2-on-2. And then that 1v2.
Lots of util in this one for Navi. It's a very late buy, but they've got pistols, they've got armor, and they've got a chance to make things interesting. The forZe have been playing very grouped and methodical. There's not really a lot of opportunity for Navi to grab rifles unless it is Flit, who's been fighting it out, playing the apartments on this T side on his lonesome. Everyone else grouped up. Well, gives it a go, hits a tag, but nothing more.
Yeah, did you guys see on Twitter today that apparently CS is dead?
Oh, man.
Who said that?
Like pronounced dead or like...
I don't know, man. That's what I've been hearing. I wasn't aware, but I guess it is. So I don't even know what we're watching right now.
It's unfortunate, man.
Fortnite 2.
Fortnite, that's a game we can all get behind.
Yep. Fortnite 2 Boogaloo.
The second in the trilogy, man. It's going to go the way of Gears of War. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Guess you wait till they bring, you know, Marcus Phoenix into the ring. Is that even his name? I think I just crossed 2 characters.
You're asking
together.
the wrong people.
Ah.
We have no idea. And I mean...
You make a lot of Gears of War references, and unfortunately you're on a desk with 2
big
people.
Lancer fan here.
Yeah.
Also, whatever the shotgun was called, maybe the Mauler. I don't know.
Well, Perfecto's looking to do some mauling of his own. He's got Simple alongside him. That's a lovely little smoke. But Z-Power's going to pick Boomage on the long side as he comes through one of his own. 4 players here for Navi. They have a great chance of making something happen. Simple with the tag. Headshot onto Jerry. It's Perfecto. Back at the site. They know about him. Oh, but they don't see him behind the box. Flamey's drawing their attention, and Perfecto strikes. Both of them putting up a kill. And Navi stealing away an eco. Very quick rotation from Flamey and co. And Simple with 2 from the graveyard as well. You love that. That close cart smoke was a nightmare for forZe. It forced them above the cart. And that's where Simple was able to double down. They don't check Perfecto. I thought they saw him there poking out behind the box, but not fully cleared. And that will come back to haunt forZe. First pause. And their money isn't great either, right? Losing everyone to the bomb in the previous round. Comes back to bite you. Does Z-Power want to save a bit of money for the AWP in the future, or does he just want to full send and get an AK here? Or even glass, but I doubt that with knowing Navi are going to have full utility at this point.
The Tech 9s have come out to play, that's for sure.
Ciao.
Yeah, so X-Power will go with Deagle and head armor. A couple nades to the side of that. And this is where I would expect to see something creative come out of the side of forZe.
Simple's AWPing B. Haven't seen that yet. Takes a spawn, but even with the molly down, it's not going to burn him. He'll see nothing. Late flashes in for Jerry to keep Simple off this angle. Oh, look at the full rotate. This is nice for Navi. 4 players back on A. It's been very quiet. They've got Banana. Simple flashed off. Blind shot still hits it. Of course he does. Can't peek on a timing with that man on the other side. Fast out the apartments. forZe desperate play here into the pit. Perfecto lighting them up through the smoke. He can barely see. And the bomb has been dropped down under. forZe stuck in a 2-on-5.
Yeah, not where you want to find yourself if you're forZe. Z-Power and Flit, the 2 left standing, and if they don't check the cubby, it might be down to 1 here. Z-Power is going to check it, but he didn't believe. He was already turning away in spite of Boomage being there. Flit gets the trade, but left all alone, needing an ace clutch. I don't know, man. He's just saving. He's just giving this one over to Navi. So they find a third. It's about time that Navi start to find some success here. You know, while there's no denying that this is like a fairly even matchup on paper, you still wanted a bit more out of Navi. And so chaining together a few rounds is a necessity here. Keeping this money in good standing helps massively, right? 4 players staying alive means that, you know, you start to build up a bit of bank. You start to have that residual cash that flows over in the remainder of this game to facilitate buys even when you're losing rounds. And you know, they break the money of forZe here and now as a result of this forZe buy.
Nice, man.
God.
Nice.
Yes. But that's the thing, right? It's hopefully going to allow Navi to find a 4th and hopefully cleanly as well, right? We also have this update from the B stream. Windstrike and Amiga split right down the middle as we speak. And not actually right down the middle, but, you know,
we'll
yeah, vaguely close.
Remotely close, kind of in the same ballpark even. Maybe in the same state or county.
Ooh, they beat Simple up B. Doesn't know. Flit's about to realize fast and furious. Perfecto does respond, and can he flash himself out of there? He's kind of trapped right now, but that flash is good. Keeps Jerry off. And he could escape. Dangerous to be here when you know that nades could be on the other side. And so, yeah, he does bound out. Batten down the hatches. Simple here as a 3rd man. Gives him the AWP and rotates off. Team player.
And Navi won't shy away from the idea of stacking 3 over there towards Navi, or excuse me, towards B on the early side of a round. Yes, Navi stacking on the side of Navi. Of course. One of their go-to strats. Sometimes rush A, but then secretly rush B. Perfecto rushes to the grave. Almazar.
Simple's going to flash Boomage's peak. Jerry's deep. And oh, Boomage is blinded from it a bit. He still gets away with a kill. Almazar stuck. No utility to get the low HP Boomage out, who is just smoking himself off and hiding in it. Is he going to go back to A? Ooh, he could. Electronic would probably end up rotating back in time. He's going to reflash a fight. Almeza looking for this kill into Simple. Going above the coffin. Oh, peeking wide. Simple's chasing him.
You think for sure, like, yeah, maybe he scoots off into spawn. No. 4 for Navi. Talk a little bit more about those 4s, 5s.
Fnatic smoke up top B. They want to try and take it faster this time around. Boomich has no information, doesn't want to risk fighting in front of it. forZe are smoked off as well, and that has been continued by Navi almost every single round. They're going to flash through it this time. Almeza lining it up. Flamey as well. I mean, everyone's going to be blind here. Close your eyes.
You do not want to see these. Or maybe it's like the movie Men in Black, you just forget.
Zap.
Flashy thing. There we go. Boomich takes down face crack on his exit. Cherry, wow. Jerry with the trade. Cherry now. Looking hairy now. And a standstill. Here's a rotation from Navi. They're going to go ahead and put 3 over here at B. They'd be betting right. They'd be hedging it right. Utility having been exchanged on both sides. That Molotov's going to keep everybody in place for just a wee bit longer. A flash ready for Simple. Perfecto doesn't go in the first, but I'm willing to bet this second one might be the port of call here for Perfecto.
Oh, it's a little early. Perfecto swings and forZe. They wait for that peek to come through. That's a nice little idea. Simple on the other side of this smoke. Won't be allowed to get involved. Tries to force the issue through, and there was almost a collateral waiting, but instead Flick gonna best him in the head-to-head. And now Flamey and Electronic left in this retake. 2-on-3. Flash for Flamey to facilitate. He wanted to take the peek with the flash, and I guess he did in one way or another. They lose Electronic, though, and it's going to fall to Flamey, getting peeked from the back of sight. 8 on the board for forZe, who continue to find success here over on their T side.
I love these like late B executes. You have to very much be on the same page, but that's something that you've already said, Harry. The forZe are definitely on, and you know, everyone knowing their role and what they should be clearing and who's planting and how quick they got to get it down. But forZe playing patient at the top of B and waiting for Navi to aggress in. That's nice. In their head, Simple tries to stop the bomb, hits Almeza jumping off the plant and legs him as well. Very close. Back to mid with the AWP for Z-Power. He makes it ring, but it'll go back towards B with more utility. This time Navi don't combat it with some of their own. They're pretty limited. Simple's pushed ult into the apartments. Electronic tagged off the spam. But again, it's just B, 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 B. That's all we're seeing out of Inferno games recently. Teams refining their executes. And right now we're seeing the results of that. forZe are looking very, very good on this T side. 2 here again. Flamey Boomage lining up util. Smoke can be dropped, but how much is that really going to do when forZe have been keen to wait it out? They have so many grenades. Throwing in a full executor, they're going to rush this time around. Boomage flashing himself back in. They're all blinded. That's a great flash, but his teammate's gone in the process. Boomage dinked through the smoke. It's not getting any better. They're even in CT. Perfecto picks up Jerry, but he might not be ready for face crack so deep.
Yeah, and Electronic and Simple are both aggressive in the apartments. Their rotates into this retake are going to take a very long while, especially for Electronic. Oh, face crack waiting. And the fact that he hasn't taken that shot onto Boomich makes his position that much more discountable. Perfecto's still going to check it regardless. Flit will trade at the very, very least, leaving this in even odds. And Simple out of the round. They lose Boomich as well. Perfecto is low, but on 3. And this wrap up through Banana Not even needed. Perfecto takes matters into his own hands to find 5 for Navi, and then Electronic steals the defuse as a thank you.
Confidence is there, but if Z-Power didn't peak, that might have been his round, right? Like, the time was pretty low. There was no damaging utility to get him out of the back of the site, even though he doesn't know that. And yeah, Navi have kits, but that was 10 seconds maybe on that plant. So very close, but obviously not going the way the forZe wanted. They needed that player in CT to get something done. And even though he holds his own against seeing the jiggle of Boomich, he doesn't get an actual kill offered up. Perfecto checks it. And so a nice BXQ for forZe, but ultimately the flash from Boomich that slowed them all down in the first place, it comes back to haunt them.
But I do like the aggression there from forZe. They decided to take matters a little bit quicklier, more quicklier even. It's not quite a word.
Quicker.
Quicklier.
The word known. Quicklier.
Move more quicklier. Regardless. They try to take B by storm. They're met with stiff resistance, and here we are. Round 14.
And let's be real, the roster move that we all want to happen is Jerry to the New England Whalers, because then you'd have Ben and Jerry on the same team.
Now that.
And there's just so many opportunities there.
Two in-game leaders, but in-game leaders.
In-game.
Yeah. Well, forZe not going slowly this time around.
Slowly.
Top B is theirs, and that's like the first time we've seen forZe speed up the banana. It's of course Navi not having utility or the info to stop it, nor the AWP here. It's actually back at A. Same flash for Flamey this time. Thrown. Was Boomich before. Face crack gonna pop him in though. Boomich calls for the flash, he gets blinded by theirs. Oh, he's so blind. Flamey with a double, nice shot. Catching face crack through the box, but now he's got to back up on 2 health. B is conceded. Jerry, cycling guns. Flamey could get spammed out here. The forZe re-aggressing into the ruins. Could this ruin their day? Flamey's so ready for it. Pulls a flash, gets traded, but Z-Power's stuck. Very aggressive. 3 CTs coming, and Simple hits the double D. Down to flip with a spray, swapping to a rifle, and now he's got a Molotov as well to stall this one out. Navi gonna reroute through CT, flashing high. He's so blind. Electronic kills Perfecto, but he will win the round as well. He really wants that defuse. That's all I can tell. 6 rounds for Navi.
Just one of the biggest thank yous you could possibly give is the TK on your way to defuse.
It's a mess. Flamey, great round though, right? Getting that 3rd kill as well into the aggressing forZe is not what they were expecting, but off angle. And Navi very close in CT, very fast in that rotate. forZe weren't aware how close they got until it was already too late.
Oh, good performance from Perfecto thus far, 13 and 9.
Ooh, go those liberties.
Ah, so liberating.
Give him freedom or give him...
Yeah, they went with the latter option of the two.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's how that goes. And so now it's like this little flash out through balcony. Face crack just diving into the pit, and Electronic not really putting up much of a fight. Flamey early on the rotate, but he's gone. And Perfecto last alive, 6 HP inside of the site. And this long player wrapping around, and Z-Power should have the round locked in. He is smoked off at Moto, but Perfecto's not even considering it. And so the moment this smoke fades, it's actually going to be Almeza besting them in the head-to-head. 9-6 at the end of the first half. forZe with the lead. Navi cobbling together 6 rounds at the end of the half. Is that enough for them here on Inferno? Only time will tell, so stick around and join us after the break.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. I'll take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise.
First half ends, we jump into the second. That's how these things work. You don't need a briefing on that much. But we can tell you, forZe, they've come alive. They are here, and they look like they're here to stay. Putting Navi to the test here on the map of Inferno, the first map of this series. You see Jerry there playing a bit of a cat and mouse game of his own. And when I say that, you can see that it's 9-6 in the favor of forZe. A little bit of back and forth. And this pistol should be a pretty good indicator as to what to expect in the rest of the half. I got Harry and Hugo here, and they're also ready to tell you about it too.
Yeah, full armor for forZe. So retakes are out the window, or at least unlikely. That's why they're playing 3B. Electronic coming through the apartments. Rest of Navi waiting in banana. Flit spotting just moves away. But Z-Power's in the bedroom and probably shouldn't get checked. Although, who knows with Electronic here. And it gets checked. So that's a nice opener. It might even draw a rotation. forZe want to double down and just hope for the best on this B bomb site. That seems to be the play. Simple's coming through with the P2. Spotting Almeza. Smoke flash available for Boomich. Flit still in short, catches Electronic. Now they have to commit. They've got no other real estate, no map control. And two players here. Face crack shows his shoulder. Simple try to take it off, but he's losing his teammates. Jerry with a double. And now just Simple and Boomich. Trapped is Boomich right now. At the back of the site, Face crack getting hounded down. Jerry trying to cover. Simple can't hit the shot. Finally, it comes through. Chasing Face crack too. The knife is out, and that's not going to work. Well Flit finding the last. And forZe taking the pistol. That was optimistic.
Very optimistic, but I guess when in doubt, and it's a pistol round, I suppose you don't much have a choice. Either way, double digits for forZe. That pistol round starts to signify the beginning of the second half. Now it's going to be the SMGs here that Navi have to try to wrangle down.
How do you wrangle down, Trace?
Well, you know, just kind of like hold it down, keep it down. I don't know that I'm doing much wrangling myself, to be honest. Jeep Wranglers are kind of cool. I don't imagine they have too many of those in the UK.
No, our cars are tiny.
Yeah, see, in America, we're all about like guzzling as much gas as we possibly can, and then going to take gasoline and crude from other places. Rehoming it, basically, is what's going on.
Rehoming?
Yes, rehoming the crude oil.
Navi popping out of apartments here. Fast short play for Boomich, and oh, it's close, but no cigar. Flit gets shot by Simple. Flamey's still up in apps. Z-Power hiding in the site. 3 MP9s in this round, but the kit on Z-Power here. Not looking for a plant, they're looking for the kills. Simple doubling down, and Perfecto catches the rotate. Nice round for Navi. They find a force buy victory into the second half. B was not their bread and butter, but A, it's a different servant.
We have a bit of a pause going through now. Harry tries to figure out his headset. Once Harry gets his headset figured out, we'll be able to resume the game. And until then, we'll just probably stick around here for a minute or two.
Is this working? Hello?
We're still working on it, man. Just sit tight.
All right, cool.
Just, don't move, man. Don't do anything weird.
I'm just kidding. It's working. I've used one of these before.
Ah, headset. Yes.
forZe force to force. I got no money.
Couldn't resist, could ya? Meanwhile, we've got Simple on an AK, Boomich on an M4. What have you done now, Harry?
Oh, it was just a little meme, and then they dispatched people to come check my headphones.
Way to go, man.
Well, you probably didn't help the situation saying, yeah, he's got to figure out his headphones for just like no reason.
Good
and
job,
it's like,
guys.
well,
Really messed this one up.
no, I just tried to play along with your little joke.
Well,
Trace.
you know, honestly, I was looking
And it was so funny, can I just say?
Well,
Wow.
it was up there on the funny scales. It was like a Richter 8.0. I mean, really, at the end of the day, Harry, don't sweat it. There's only one person to blame for all of this.
Trace down the Sarantas.
Wrong. Hugo, Brighton, Byron.
Not my name, and so I will take no responsibility. Smoke over the B-bomb site, and Jerry's got the deke here to double set for forZe, but Navi are popping out of apartments again. This worked well last time. Fast short as well. Flamey's out and about. Z-Power's blinded in the site. They're playing a close crossfire, but Navi are looking for kills from the pit, and that gives them time to smoke off other positions as well. Moto's gone, and they can isolate face crack. Molotov could even be a real problem for Navi, for forZe, who are trapped in the site right now, and Z-Power's got to move as one comes through. Flamey with a kill, face crack pushed out wide, and that's a nice little play for Navi. Just getting in the pit, putting the pressure on forZe. They can't take fights until they must take fights, and now they've got to save.
How's the headset over there, Harry?
No.
Unsurprisingly, Trace, it's still fine.
Okay, I just wanted to ask. Everybody calm down.
Oh.
Bronken.
Well, that needs fixing ASAP. Dude, no wonder CSGO is dead. Let me tell you. In Fortnite, I can build the whole cathedral if I wanted to, and everything would be chill.
Yeah, I can do that in Rust, too, so...
Well, in CS, the cathedral, it's already built, it's already done, and forZe is saving inside of it.
I mean, we are in Cologne. The active cathedral of Counter-Strike. IEM.gg/fancam, as is most of the time. Some familiar faces here as well. So, Almazer. How's the up dog? Oh, not good, you say. I understand. Simple. Removes the up dog from the situation. Now all that's up are Navi. 5-on-4.
Oh, re-aggression down B. Perfecto could make some moolah here. Jerry, how's he alive? Oh, he's not.
Oh!
2 more. He knows about 1, and now he knows about, Perfecto with 4. And
That's
Navi up to
money.
9.
That's some real money made. Look at Perfecto, sat on 11 grand.
Ciao.
Guy's rich. Like a, I don't know, like a chocolate cake or something like that, you know? Rich.
Yeah, man. Like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was rich as well.
And he
Certainly
had
was.
chocolate.
And he had chocolate. That deals with both sides of the equation at once.
Yeah, he had a lot of chocolate.
Maybe too much.
He never ate any, if you remember, if you were big into the script like I was. The lore of Willy Wonka. I lived my whole life according to the laws of Willy. And already, right, Electronic is taken out of this round. As I try and gloss over all of this, it's Simple and Perfecto opening up at B. FaceCrack is like yelling and screaming for rotate, but that's not going to help him. He still falls right away. The B site given to Navi, or rather, I guess, taken. As they get that bomb down, Z-Power and Flit left in a retake. They don't have a kit. Z-Power doesn't have armor. And so if you're not anticipating a save here, you're probably wrong.
What's Flit waiting for is what I'm wondering, right? Just going for it on his own, hoping for the best. He has no kit to stick a bomb.
And this is all calculated. So much that I believe we're going to be getting a timeout next round. We'll find out.
Yeah, forZe need a break, right? They need a breather. This has been a nice little pull back for Navi on the T side. They lost the pistol, but they haven't dropped a round since. 4 in a row.
And that whole timeout thing kind of made all that up. So
Just another one of these
Thanks, Trace.
funny jokes that you keep
Wacky.
coming out with today.
it wasn't even a joke. It was just, you know, you kind of thought maybe there'd be a timeout there.
Oh, man.
You
That
guys are
never
the
gets
true
old.
comedians. The Chuckle Brothers, I think they even call you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, that's to me and to you. Z-Power holding down mid with this AWP. And Simple is waiting for him. And there's the peak. It's Simple. Very, very fast on it. Just
Yeah.
delete Z-Power. And Simple's now like, well, I want that AWP, but I definitely don't want forZe to have it. So he rushes top mid to try and keep it out of their hands. And Simple, oh dear, has the beast awoken? Suddenly springing to life in this round with a double entry over towards A. And forZe, you know, they've got 2 in B.
That's good because the bomb's going A. So they can have fun over there all day. Meanwhile, Navi will continue to play.
They even take the AWP, right? With the pace we've just seen Simple get double openings into their A site. Does he even want to limit himself or just keep the rifle in his hands? Boomish is at least around the AWP so that can be saved if needed. Jerry just trying to get out with anything. But Navi are approaching him, trapping him in the ruins. Simple clearing it. Navi feeling pretty good right now. Quiet in the first half, but coming alive on the T side, 11-10, back in the lead. First time we've seen them here.
Yeah, I mean, we always tout the Simple Electronic show. Well, Simple Perfecto show, a sequel. A long line of stories to come out of Navi yet.
Yeah, Perfecto is having a great game right now, which is obviously like to the dismay of forZe. But great news for Navi. Another pause for forZe, 3rd out of 4. They're running out of time right now. They're running out of rounds.
You see, I knew there was a timeout coming in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you say something, eventually that thing will probably happen at some point.
Okay. I will win the lottery in the next year and a half.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't specify because last time you said it was next round and you were wrong. You know, you just got to keep buying lottery tickets, Trace. That's how that works. One day, maybe, but probably not.
Well, production has told me that I have, in fact, won the lottery, so adios, Hugo.
See ya.
See you later, dude. Put that in your breakfast and smoke it.
Ooh, reflash into Banana. That does leave them blind over here on the Navi side, but there's no peak to be found on the back of it. And that molly, along with the nade combo, signs the death warrant of Jerry.
Poor guy.
Doesn't even get to play the round, doesn't even get to see anyone.
That's the best part about buying, you know, on gun rounds and really just working your way up to having that monetary value that you need to buy the kit, to buy the head armor, to buy the rifle of your choice, to just die without seeing anyone on the other team.
Yeah, man, that's quite profound. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's just a build-up into a letdown, into a build-up again, and maybe you get let down again.
well, this round, yeah, it could be a letdown for forZe. They've taken a bit of a gamble here on the back of losing Jerry early on. They stacked 3 in the B site, and that's all well and good, apart from if your name's Flit, in which case it's real bad, real quick. He's going to try and make a bit of a valiant last stand, but he's only good for 1. It is simple that he finds, and then this round becomes anything but for forZe. It's just going to have to be a save. You know, you're so far away, and you don't have kits, so even if you wanted to go for this, even if you were a little bit closer, you'd still probably be saving. You know, you factor in the fact it's going to take them like a good 10 seconds before they're even near this site anyway, and the round would surely be gone. So they're holding on to what they've got. But Navi now taking the lead on the map pick of forZe, 12-10, turning this game around. You know, you remember when this started and like forZe were just steamrolling them?
Yeah. I remember.
They went what, 6-1 up before, you know, we saw Navi streak together a couple of rounds?
10-6 after a pistol win. Flawless since that point.
So they are going to hold on to an op in the next round. You've got to admire the fact that Flit just won't quit. Vote for Flit 2020.
So much money for Navi as well, right? Like, they just don't even have to think about anything economical for the rest of this half. Unless forZe really start to make a claw back, a comeback. I want to see this AWP find some more success. I want to see ZPower making these opening kills happen. He did get picked in middle by Simple last time around. He's going to wrap halls rather, or short. Perfecto, Delta B hand, face crack pushing down, and the molly burns out. Perfecto has a good start. He tries to escape Boomage through the smoke, and there's ZPower coming alive, finding Electronic down mid. Navi drawn to B, but losing players on both sides of the map. Man advantage for forZe. How do they want to play this? They're 2-2 right now. You could just stick with that. It's the safest bet. They have utility on both sides. Navi going halls. Boomage up top. He could sell a bit of a fake with his util here, but it's not going to do much in terms of drawing a rotation. ZPower still has mid lockdown and Flip watching the apartments. They come up boiler, it's a danger. I mean, it's not really being watched right now. Navi could walk out short side for all they're worth, but ZPower, I imagine, looking on timings.
Yeah, 3 on 4. Navi need to find themselves a pick here.
Ooh.
With a jump spot from Boomage. Spots the player looking onward from CT. Doesn't know that there's a player boosted up, but is starting to grant a little bit of an entryway here into the A bomb site, which is exactly what it seems to be the plan.
Yeah, Flit knows. Here's the drop. They're chasing him down. The Molotov. He doesn't have a smoke for it. He's got a swing, and he at least takes down Flamey with him. That's buying time for these rotates. ZPower with a flick. Simple. He had the plan available. He goes for the fight and loses his life. So does Boomage. No plan for Navi, but again, they weren't focused on the money, right? They were just looking for the kills. Wouldn't have really changed a whole lot other than putting the clock against forZe, and they had 3 up. So Navi, nice try there in that 3 on 4, but even though ZPower rotated, you know, initially for a second, the call's made from Jerry, like, there's only one B. He's not even in the site. He just threw a smoke and a flash. Stay A, and that's a great call because ZPower gets it all under wraps.
Still no problem for Navi. They have money stacked all the way to the ceiling and maybe even more.
And this is why I think, you know, you got to give props to Perfecto, because, you know, Electronic's having a pretty quiet game, and we needed someone to kind of step up and fill that void. Ooh. And beginning this whole comeback, it felt like it was Perfecto, the guy stepping up. Now we've slowly but surely had Simple coming alive. And of course, this is the round where he dies first. So now, you know, we look at Perfecto again, and we need him to be that hero in the 4-on-5 for Navi. I'll group up over here at Banana and look to hit the B site. Z-Power holding Arch. That's going to make him that much faster on the rotate into this B site to help out. And Jerry and FaceCrack, importantly, still have 2 smokes between them. So if this push looks to come through, there's the signaling of it with all the utility going in. That Molly not going to win any awards anytime soon for Navi. Because it's so fast, it's so explosive, no utility was able to get thrown by forZe, and so they're left at the mercy of this execute. Z-Power, despite being here early, might find the bomb planter, and he does. Perfecto, the man tasked with getting that down, is left and just hung out to dry, really. Flamey trapped in the site, and Electronic was all the way down at Banana. He's had to come back to try and help. And it all kind of falls apart. forZe with the, I was going to say retake, but they deny the plant. It never even gets to that point in time. That was like a really, really nice idea from Navi in terms of just exploding. You know, like they throw the molly with all the utility behind it, so everything comes at once. You don't have any time to react with your own utility if you're forZe there. The only thing that would have been at all helpful was like a Molotov, and they didn't have that. They had 2 smokes to delay that play. It's a bit of a shame that it falls to Perfecto to get the bomb down, especially when you look at the game that he's having. Like, anyone else could have done it that was in the site with him. Anyone else. But they leave it on to Perfecto, and then no one even watches the poor guy. They're like, yeah, you just do it, you'll be okay. And then when he's not okay, it all kind of falls apart for Navi.
Yeah, man, just, you know what? You'll figure this out. Just try to get this plant, and then we'll go from there. Except that's not what happens at all. Perfecto has creeped up to 25 frags, and that's pretty cool. But it doesn't matter, because right now, the money still continues to stack for Navi, but forZe, they've tied it up.
Yeah, early B approach for Navi here. Now, it's not a full setup, but they run right past the mollies, and they get 2 at the top of B. That's forced a lot of utility for forZe. Look at the rotate as well. FaceCrack running. Navi, even if they stall things out here and delay later, FaceCrack might even double back to A because no one's actually in the B bomb site for Navi, and forZe don't want to be baited out. Double hall setup with the AWP watching. Flamey wants to cross to Flit, but if he does, the AWP very fast. We know how good Z-Power can be on this CT side. So Flamey, does he walk to his death or does he hold off as the bomb comes back to him?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly set up for an A play at this point, undeniably so.
And now Flit. Oh, there it is. The 1-2 punch in the apartment, and Flit's dropped the bomb. He might just find them all. Perfecto does keep up his great score, trying to bait the AWP, but right now, Navi, this is desperate. 2 on 4, B's being pushed. There's a triple A setup as well. Navi are going to try and run it right back, but Almaze is here at the sandbags, and this position is surely good for one, if not both.
I don't think they're going to expect him to be playing so far out here. Yep, there's that first one, and can't bring in the second one. Does give him time for a plant here for Perfecto.
Oh, it's that decision to delay the plant, anticipating a peek from the ruins that could cost Perfecto the round, because now the peek comes in. Oh, it's a missed shot. And then while I did give him a chance, the immediate re-peek from Jerry through CT. Just too much pressure on Perfecto, who is having an absolutely unreal game. Like, how's the guy who's you know, ill put top of the board for Navi? It's kind of wild when you think about it. Like, Electronic is still so quiet in this game.
I'll tell you why, Harry. It's because he's so sick at the game. See, now that was a joke, Hitch. I'm over you guys.
Look, you're trying, Trace.
Get out of my face.
This has been a great recovery for forZe, though, right? Navi found 6 rounds in a row off the back of forcing it after the pistol. forZe finally woken up on the CT side with 3 back-to-back. So Navi, that big bank we talked about, while still here, is slow and steadily running out.
Perfecto and Simple almost have double the other 3's kills. Perfecto almost has the same amount of kills as 3 of his teammates combined in Boomich, Electronic, and Flamey. And I don't know, man. That's a pretty rough spot to be in. Like, it feels like Perfecto can't do more. My heart kind of goes out to the guy. In so many of these rounds as well, he's still getting left to do the jobs that no one wants to do. Finally, something goes the way of Navi, right? There's the aggression down Banana, and they're able to respond, leaving themselves in a 3-on-3 right away. And this is pretty advantageous to Navi. Now, wherever they go, they likely have a pretty hefty man advantage. And into this A site, but Flip with the long peek and Simple having a turn on a dime does at least get the trade, but it leaves him in a 1v2.
Winnable.
He needs 4 in the round if he wants to find this for Navi. Pressure's on now. Almeza and Z Power on for the retake.
Well, if he tries to wrap Boiler, they might even beat him to the site, and that could be a bit of a problem. So he stays in the apartments, hearing all of this util and trying to move off the back of it. Early peek. Oh, the missed shot, though. Simple. That's not what we're used to seeing. Dear, oh dear. Stopped shooting. Thought he already had the kill. Looked like it, but 20 health. More than enough. forZe get the defuse, and they find 14. That could have been Simple's round. He had their back turned. He had the post plant and util still to boot. But a missed shot, and it will cost Navi everything in this map.
I'll just remind you all, this is the best of 3. Dust 2 comes up after this. forZe want to take us there now. Shot from X Power down Banana, finds Perfecto with precision.
Oh no, no one's even looking. Simple does take a peek and sees the player go deep, but face crack obscured by the Molotov. Simple can't find a shot, and 5-on-3. This is just brutal now. forZe are done with waiting around. They have the bomb at the bottom of ramp. Navi may be deep in A, but that means nothing, especially when they're not getting the kills. Flip finding Flamey, Electronic, low and slow. Does get one, but a 1-on-5, and even picked by the AWP on the jump back. That is unreal. forZe, they are absolutely running the show right now. It may have been Navi with a bit of a comeback on this T side, but denied right at the final hurdle.
There's a tactical timeout for Navi. Probably would have expected it, being that it is 15-12. For forZe, they've done everything right for about 5 rounds in a row. If you look, there's 6 rounds prior to that just going the way of Navi. So you're thinking, oh man, this is sick. We've got this sick series of rounds, and perhaps we could put more up.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Cast this, Harry.
I don't really know what's been going on leading up to this point, but yeah, man,
1-on-1,
MDS
man.
left in the 1v2, and oh, can he do it? Well, we'll have to go look at the B stream to find out. However, forZe up to 15. Cheers, guys. I really appreciate you both setting me up.
I didn't know that was going.
I knew it was going to happen.
I can spoil it if people want.
No.
Okay, find out yourself. Go to the B stream. Check out Windstrike Namiga. Right now, though, Navi, last hurdle, or last legs, rather, trying to cross. Face crack is in the apartment, somehow getting that opening kill despite the Molotov. Chicken in the way, but Z Power's fine. He's holding on for this re-aggression. There's the shot. He has looked very good in this map. Jerry spotting B, sees him get deep. Nade is good. Perfecto's tucked in the corner. There's more utility for forZe, though. Navi getting shut down. They haven't even tried to entry, and Jerry takes down the first.
Simple and Boomich are both very, very low. And Simple, the only man with any HP, has been removed. Is Boomich left alive at forZe? They'll lock it in. They complete this streak to put 16 up on the board. They take their map pick.